Did you know that if you take 2 steps that way and then turn left, you can get the fuck out my face? Did you know that if you take 2 steps that way and then turn left, you can get the fuck out my face?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast unlike no other. Thank y'all for joining me. As always, appreciate the love. Got another fire show for y'all. It's going to be a lot of shots thrown around, so get ready. I'm not talking about the ones that come in a cup. I'm talking about the ones that come out of a... Well, let me not make that joke. Before we go any further, prayers out to those affected in the FSU shooting that just took place a little earlier today. These shootings in general are just out of control. Make sure you check on your folks. And if you feel like you're going through something, make sure you seek the necessary help. But y'all know what it is. It's the unofficial start of the weekend. My week has been like, I had to recalibrate myself, get myself back together, and I am here with you today. But if you are watching this right now, you are watching on the most dangerous podcast network in the world, the big exclusive network. If you got a podcast idea that you need a home for, your podcast needs to be curated, come on over to the winning team. Also, if you are here, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the network. Get yourself an exclusive subscription, all that good stuff. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. Tay Boogie, what if you are watching right now? Make sure my screen froze a little bit. Give me a second. But if you are watching right now, make sure that you in the comments so I can make sure I give my folks a shout out. Great show in store today. Got 2 great guests. 2 of my if you watch the show, you are familiar with these guest co-hosts. Producer, bring my co-host up, please.
That man.
My man. Screen froze. I couldn't tell what was going on.
What is happening?
Wait, still can't tell what's going on. But what up, Scooty? What up, podcast?
What up?
Yeah, with everything glitching right now. We all right.
Hey, man.
Listen, y'all ready for shenanigans?
Of course, it's you.
Well, let's go. Producer, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. You know, my computer really wanted to act like a Negro. Like, soon as you're supposed to do some work, you ain't nowhere to be found. But that's neither here nor there. I got y'all to guide me while I'm going through these technical difficulties. Producer, let's jump into my first video.
Can we talk to him?
You guys are more welcome to, but we can sit right here.
We've seen you in here before. I didn't see
I have not been here in so
I
long. I don't even know last time.
To be honest with you guys, we've seen you in here plenty of times before.
Us too.
Yeah, we've seen people.
Do you have like a picture? Because it's not us.
I don't need to show you guys. I'm refusing service to you guys today. I've asked you guys to please leave the store. I don't need you guys to get violent or anything like that.
Violent?
You guys are.
Let's go.
Okay.
Now, are you all familiar with that particular incident?
Yes.
I wasn't until you sent me the video yesterday.
Okay, so since this particular incident, that young lady has been let go by H&M. Honestly, I'm about tired of H&M having too much shit with them. I know that don't have nothing to do with corporate, but they just have too much shit going on with them as a staff record label and as a crew. If you want to be there with H&M, fuck you too. But when's the last time you had an incident like this happen? Where you had somebody, because I know we've all had the good old following around. When the last time you had an incident like this happen?
I've never been blessed with an incident like this.
Really?
No.
Uh,
But you know, the following around thing, yeah, you know, like I've been like, but like I actually approached and spoken to her about anything, never. Because when you follow me around, I'm gonna give you a job. You look bored. Hey, can you help this? Now we can walk around the store for 23 minutes. I only want you to help me, and then I'm asking for a manager. I'm leaving here. Finally complain, and
you
hopefully
know
get you
what?
fired. We often be in this bitch uncomfortable. Every time I come in here,
I like that actually.
Yo, that's
yeah,
dope. That's a really smart. I never done that before. That's a smart way to handle that. Like, oh, okay, I see you. Hey, actually, can you help me? Are you busy right now?
I
It's
did, I
funny
did,
because
I did it. I did it to a security guard. So, oh, your job is security. Perfect. I'm glad you're here. You're big and strong. Carry all of these groceries I got. No, I don't want any of them. I want you to carry this for me. I mean, follow me around the store the
Yeah,
entire time I was up at Fred Meyer's, and then I asked for a manager.
that
so
is amazing.
I like to go when I notice that I'm getting followed. I like, what up, El Presidente? I like to go on aisles and do random shit like, oh, this bag of chips. Make it look like I'm gonna stick it under my shirt and put it back on the counter. Now on to the next row so I can do this again. Oh, this candle. And then after I get tired and bored, just go to where I'm going to go and take it and pay for my stuff. But I noticed that, as funny as it sounds, white people treat me differently since I've been wearing glasses.
Yes.
I'm no longer a threat. When I got my glasses on, oh, hood Negro. When my glasses are, but when my glasses are on, oh, how's it going, sir?
Much more. Always got digestible.
Yeah, yo,
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
respectable Negro. He's not. He's not.
real
That's
shit.
right.
He's not a thug. He's respectable. He's
He'll
got.
never be like you Negroes.
But Ted, when the last time you had a following around?
I got followed around. Actually, the funny thing is, the last time I got followed around was in H&M.
Never beating the allegations. I promise you.
Yo, so it was because I went to because you know Shaq DJ, right? He does EDM DJing. He came out to
Yeah,
Tucson a few months back, and I was like, I'm going. Like, it's Shaq, bro. I got to go see this show. It's gonna be crazy.
right,
But I was like, I don't have clothes for no EDM show. Like, I ain't never been no EDM show before. So I was like,
right,
walking through the mall in Tucson, went to H&M, and it's me, my girl, and like a bunch of the college kids because University of Arizona is like 15 minutes away. So it's a bunch of the
right,
college kids, like athletes, and they're going in trying on clothes and shit. And as I'm walking around, I'm like, you got these 6'3" white dudes walking in and out of the dressing room and all sorts of. Nobody's worried about them. Y'all looking at me over here in the clearance rack because I'm like, I just need something quick for the night. I really don't care. I don't need nothing
right,
good. I need something for the less than $25. But you
right.
over peeking around the counter and all. It was insane. Yeah, H&M is not beating them allegations.
But also, I just wanted to say fuck H&M for no reason at all. I don't even have a beef with y'all,
Facts.
but
My only
I
problem
mean,
with these incidents is that it takes so long for the videos to surface. Like, this is the first time I heard of this, and that happened 2 years ago.
yo,
Yep.
that was
My
wild.
problem with that type of stuff is like the stuff people will come out and say stuff, and the girl will be fired, and it's like, okay, this incident happened 2 damn years ago. What'd you actually do for the people that it happened to? We
Yeah,
fired
like
the girl who was
I read
stepping.
when I read the tweet that H&M had put up there, I was like, well, damn. But with that being said, producer, my next topic, please. New Yorkers, come try and take it then. A French lawmaker wants the U.S. to return the Statue of Liberty. Take that down. Now, I personally have made it a habit. What up, Deandra? Also, kind of by force, that I don't talk about the sitting president publicly. Now, although we have our gripes and disagreements,
I do.
The French, I want the French government, yo, check y'all names because he's talking a little too crazy. You ain't coming to take shit. I just want to say that. I actually forgot to put this up a couple weeks ago, but I seen it on the news and I said, you was going to come and take what? How was you going to come and take it? You and what army? Y'all can't fight by yourself. We fighting your battles for the last 200 years. So I wanted to know what you was taking. And to be completely honest, because I was going to say it on the last part, but H&M and French government, y'all both can take this ass whooping together. Because y'all some crumb.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
I didn't even look. I had no real rhyme or reason. I just wanted straight violence on that part. But this has been a hot topic on the internet lately. Producer, my next topic, please. There has been a couple Mount Rushmores, but this one is the one I decided to do. Shout out to Dre Dennis. When I saw that was his tweet, I thought that was dope. Why would they want to? I mean, I'm just saying big exclusive. They started. But Mount Rushmore of male R&B. Looking at the picture, it is Chris Brown to the left, Michael Jackson, Usher Raymond, and R. Kelly. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's forever fuck R. Kelly for me, so.
I completely understand, but his contribution to R&B,
I get that perspective. My thing is, does Babyface count?
You know, when somebody brought up Babyface, and I was like, ooh, so who do you take away for Babyface?
R. Kelly. Like, I understand impact R. Kelly, but as far as society is concerned, they're not going to want to see that motherfucker. They barely want to see Breezy on there.
Facts.
I mean,
facts.
So, one of those, and Breezy's youngest of the group, he'd be the easiest to go.
Because people were bringing up, I saw somebody bring up Stevie Wonder, and he brought up Luther and Teddy P.
I'm thinking Smokey Robinson.
I don't know that I really consider them like R&B. When I think of R&B, I think of like later 80s. I look at them more as like soul singers.
But
that's why I asked who count. Because
Neo Soul. Is it Neo Soul?
No, that's not Neo. Neo Soul is the
Erykah Badu's Neo Soul.
Yeah.
Erykah
Badu, Angie Stone, rest in peace. D'Angelo, you would think Neo Soul with them. I'm like, if you're saying straight R&B, I'm like, if Babyface don't count, Smokey Robinson don't count, then a lot of them older folks wouldn't count. In theory, like, I would think you got to think Ron Isley. Like, there's a bunch of people, but it's like, would you consider that soul or R&B? Like, what category are you putting them in?
You could easily substitute Babyface for anybody, and when you really look at Babyface's resume, it's kind of hard to argue with it. But honestly,
and Breezy's the youngest of the group, so he'd be the first one to go.
Right. Fuck it, you know, let's just add Jacquees to this.
Wait, R&B, baby.
Throw Jacquees on there.
The king of R&B.
Wait a fucking minute. Did you just say add Jacquees to this?
Just me.
But no, honestly, I ain't seen one of these Mount Rushmores that I ain't had like an argument in my head where I was like, I could have took that person out.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is I'm like, because the thing is, you wouldn't consider Michael Jackson R&B, so that's why I'm like, it's easy to replace him because he's literally the king of pop. He shouldn't be on there.
You know what? Yeah. That was actually my first.
I fully agree with that.
I don't consider Michael Jackson's music to be R&B.
And that's the thing is, I'm like, what is like? You have to define what R&B is, so we can determine the eras of who all is included. Because Babyface not being on there to me is criminal.
I
think it also goes like the eras of it. So like, what's like the time period? What's the bracket for it? Because you can't compare like new school R&B to old school R&B. Like you can't do that.
And we had two different Luthers. So like, you're talking about Luther Vandross, Fat Luther and Skinny Luther. So like, you can barely compare him to himself.
I definitely seen an argument for this on every post. But
Right,
I
McKnight.
want y'all to keep that in mind because for my wine cooler topic, I got an interesting question in regard to music. But producer, my next topic, please. Regal CEO suggested they should have texting auditoriums and let people smoke in the theaters. Now, question, you could take that down. When the last time y'all been to the movie theaters?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay. Kid movie, adult movie?
Not weeks.
Both.
I said weeks. I meant months. I went and saw Mufasa.
I saw Mufasa. That was
So
a good one. I went and I saw What Up, Ron? I also saw that movie with Keke Palmer and SZA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One day.
yeah. So question: how would you feel about a text lounge or a smoking room? Would
No
you be
smoking,
opposed
but
to it?
texting, sure.
I'm with her. No smoking room. I'm good.
I mean, now when they say smoking, I wouldn't mind like if they got like a room for vapes. Now cigarettes, you gotta dog.
But that's what
You can't
I'm
smoke
thinking. You're just trying to
cigarettes
take it back to the 70s where you could smoke literally anywhere and no one cared.
And that's what it is, and it's terrible. I don't know if y'all ever been. Well, I assume Rockmore has or Ann has because when I was in Japan, there's certain restaurants you could they had smoking sections inside certain restaurants.
Right.
Like there's a Red Lobster where you could like smoke inside the actual restaurant.
Yeah,
this is terrible.
I left Europe, I get that too.
No. Look at Ron's comment. Depends on what we smoking. He reefers, crack. First of all, I don't want to be anywhere where
who is we? Time out. Who is we with the crack? We
right. We ain't smoking no crack. Right.
Ain't no weed. I ain't involved in that.
I don't want to be anywhere where somebody is smoking crack. No.
But yeah, so what I honestly I think this is just an appeal to try to get people back into the theaters. Because once COVID shut the theaters down and the price has been through the roof, everybody's like, why would I pay $50 to get me and my girl or my kids into a movie theater when I can just wait 3 weeks and I can stream it on Amazon Prime? Or I can wait 3 weeks and stream it on Disney Plus. I still pay to rent it, but I'm paying $20 to watch it over a span of 3 days if I want to, or multiple times over 3 days versus one time for $60.
Dog, that SZA and Keke Palmer movie, I went to watch that on a date, and I looked up on Netflix 2 weeks ago, and that shit was up there. I was like,
"That's where I saw that."
I know you.
Nah, Ron, you tried it, bro. I ain't smoking. Nah, dog.
Nah, you know what? Listen, Ron, I you've done some questionable things, and I've never looked at you sideways. I'm looking at you sideways with that crack comment because you don't.
He said all of us too. He was like all of us together. No, dog. We ain't together.
All of us.
But
no, I could definitely see. I could definitely see that point of view, but I don't. I think I feel like that would have the opposite effect because not only do I got to pay $500 to watch a movie and be in public in these nasty ass seats to begin with, but now niggas are smoking in here, man. The cleaning fees that shit alone it's gonna skyrocket the prices even more for the movies. This is at a lower cost. And people want to be comfortable when they smoke. Niggas want to be smoking at their house naked. You still gotta be outside at this point. What nigga thinks you smoking some trash and you got some gas?
Yeah,
like this all don't sound like a great idea at this point.
That is true. Somebody on that sour diesel, somebody else on that Reggie, you're gonna be wanting to fight somebody.
Because what is that smell?
You know what? The way y'all made your points, because I was really confident. I was like, I'm cool with it. Now, what if the room has like one of the I forget what they call it, but they have to have
air purifiers,
the air purifiers,
the purifiers and the humidors and all that.
Would you still be opposed to it?
I ain't going. I don't smoke.
Yeah, like I also don't smoke or whatever. I mean, like I can see for a hookah, but even still at that point, because the upkeep for that's still going. The upkeep to keep those air purifiers going, you're still gonna have to fucking uptick all the ticket prices. Everything's getting more expensive there anyway. And again, I can smoke hookah in my house.
You can't watch a fire movie though.
Watch a movie?
I mean, I could get it for
It ain't that far. Sir, I don't even like the movies. I don't like the movies for real. I got ADHD.
Listen,
The only thing
I be want to move and pause stuff. I want to talk.
Regal, I tried to help y'all out.
the only thing I'm mad with the movies now, right now, is that they move them out of the theater damn fast.
Now,
So I'm like, yeah, I want to check that out, and then 3 weeks later it's gone.
I mean, also the movies just don't. I mean, people really don't be going. So it'd be like if you're not going to see that movie in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, like so. Red One, the movie with the Rock and Chris Evans for the Christmas joint. I was gonna take my daughters to go see that, and that joint was like, we out of theaters in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Y'all was in theaters for 10 days. We didn't hit what we thought we was going to hit after we paid all this money. We're going to be on Amazon Prime for free next week. What?
Hey, it's a bust. It's a bust.
Miss Pinkett, anything that you would like to smoke in the comforts of your own home is meant to be smoked in your home. I mean, we just found out that Ryan smokes crack in his house. With that being said, producer,
maybe a little
my
bit.
next video, please.
Speaker Wallow was speaking at a panel over the weekend, and he had this to say about black businesses.
Oh, I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Ow. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Well, fuck about what you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Land, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the #1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby.
I'm hoping that I disagree with everything he said. Let me just put that straight up. I'm hoping that there's more context to it because I'm trying to understand where this came from and why.
Now, what was, Scooty, let's go to you first. What was your thoughts when you saw that video?
Look, she frozen.
Okay, let's go to you. Podcast T, what was your thoughts when you saw that video?
He was just saying something. It like glitched out.
Oh, all right. Back to you. Scooty, what was your thoughts when you saw that video?
I think it's a bunch of bullshit. We all know how this country treats black people and brown people to begin with. So every time somebody's like, "Oh, nobody cares about XYZ," we know they don't care. That's why these others. That's why words mean things. That's why things are so important. Having black businesses, having black women own businesses, black men own businesses, supporting situations. Do I think that everybody should have business? No, absolutely not. A lot of these motherfuckers need to wrap that on up. You have terrible experience. You're bad at being an entrepreneur. It ain't for everybody. That's fine. Like I'm not good for customer service. I will cuss you out. We can actually fight about it. I know that. Other people should know that. But does that mean that black businesses aren't important? No. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have reason for it. We wouldn't actually need them. We need black businesses.
For sure.
Places like H&M. This is an ongoing on a fucking systematic level, like a systemic level. It's an issue. People don't get loans. People can't get cars. People can't get nothing. These are all very necessary things that people need to be paying attention to. Yeah. Nobody care that you black. I care that black. I'm always gonna support black business over anything else if I can. Yeah. The only reason I buy as much stuff from white people as I do is because I live in fucking Oregon.
I dig it.
I mean, I get it.
So I think it's bullshit, personally.
How did you feel about what he said?
I feel like it's immediately hypocritical. He owns his business, right?
Oh.
It's him and Gilly. Two black people from the hood running a corporation, running a company, right?
Yeah.
Why are they getting support from the people that they're getting support from? Because they're black, because he came out of prison and we're trying to support him and changing his life, because he's like, I'm #1 nigga in the world because everybody know what I went through. You the number one nigga in the world because black people supported you because you're black and you went through the struggle. So what you're doing is ignoring all of that got you to where you are today to even be in front of these people. I find that immediately hypocritical. While yes, there are a lot of black businesses that are run terribly and have terrible platforms and foundations and are just trying to soak up the fact that I'm black with no consistency and all of that stuff. Him like, I support consistency. You can find a lot of black businesses that have consistency. You can find a bunch of black businesses and restaurants, especially in metropolitan areas, that have been around since the 30s and 40s, that are family run, been family run. They're not super big, not no chain. None, all of that stuff exists. You gotta, he from your city, dog. He from your city.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all got mad black people and mad black businesses, and it's been black for a long time. Because Philly, as you know, where's Mason-Dixon line at? Right there. Black people have been going there for safety for 150 years.
I feel like Wallow, that was a crock of shit. And before I say anything else, you're a crumb bum.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
I never did like niggas from areas, but that was bullshit. We definitely need black businesses, and I hope there was more context to that conversation that they just happened to chop off.
I do too.
Why the fuck would you say that in a room full of black entrepreneurs? Yeah, everybody not gonna make it, but maybe a push in the right direction from you. You know what? I wasn't the most perfect when I first started coming out making videos, because honestly, Wallow, you running up every morning screaming in my face while you was in the rain, I'll skip them videos every fucking time. Let's be honest. I'm not an at-risk youth. Your words of wisdom don't mean shit to me. Nigga.
His words of wisdom didn't mean shit to Kodak.
That was a crock of, that was a crock of bullshit.
But that's my thing. I'm like, that's immediately hypocritical for him to be standing on a platform now like, yeah, we don't give a fuck about none of that, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you're where you are because of the black community. You have to acknowledge that before you say the black community don't matter. Don't sit here and support just because of that.
See, my problem with people like Wallow is they get their starts in a black community from black people. They go and get a check from the white man and then forget what built them. And I didn't think that he would be one of those people, but you see where you come from. And I hate when people say there's a lot of black businesses that's run horrible. That's that brainwashed bullshit. There's a lot of businesses that are run horrible in general. How many fucking times you went to McDonald's and the fucking ice cream machine wasn't working?
Correct.
Yep.
But people
you're not boycotting them. But you're not boycotting them niggas though.
But that's my exact point, right? So like when you talk about the consistency, he's ignoring the fact that we didn't have those fucking opportunities in the first place to be consistent. So like,
and that's my point.
Support consistency. So you're supporting these people who have been around since 1820 because they've had the privilege to be able to do that. When I literally have a bottle of Uncle Nearest 18 something on my fucking mantle right here in my house because he was robbed of all of his intellectual property for over 100 years. It wasn't like we weren't doing it. We just couldn't be the face of shit. We could have had the consistency. They didn't blow up 4 of our goddamn cities.
Man, every time.
My pop told me some ill shit the other day. He sold one of his properties because he moved to Georgia. So he said the person that he sold it to was a Jewish dude. Now the Jewish dude bought the property and got a loan from one of his Jewish brethrens that allowed him to get the loan with no fucking interest. I said, what? He got this building for no interest.
And that's the thing that annoys me, is it annoys the shit out of me. We help each other and we a problem. But then you look at the other communities and you're like, bro, don't nobody get on fucking Asian people for helping Asian people. Don't nobody be roasting in no fucking China trying to start no static. Niggas ain't going in no fucking Polish areas to start no static. What the fuck is you talking about? Why can't we do the same thing?
Brian, get the fuck out of here.
He's a contrarian.
Comment. And whenever that ice cream machine doesn't work, I do not go back there. Ryan,
that liar.
You go to the nearest McDonald's that's convenient. Nobody is not going to a McDonald's because of.
So Deandra, the whole crab in the bucket idea is interesting because I forgot what movie it was in, but they were talking about crabs in the bucket, and they're like, who put the crabs in the bucket?
Why are they even in a bucket?
The crab's natural habitat. How the crabs get in the bucket in the first place?
My thing is, I feel like the only thing that I will agree with is when you says a business has to be consistent. I treat every business like that. I don't care if I don't care who owns the business. If it's a black owned business, I am going to go and support. Now, if I don't like your product, I won't come back, but I will support just off of the fact that you're black.
Yep.
But as far as consistency, I treat every
1856.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm never gonna put that message out there to people. That's some shit that you say to somebody one-on-one. I would never put that message out there to a group of black entrepreneurs. I expect more out of him as a person with the platform and the influence that he has.
The shirt that I'm wearing right now is one of my homeboys' clothing lines from high school. He started a clothing line. I was like, me and this nigga used to play soccer together, used to kick it all the time. Yeah, you start a brand, I'm gonna fuck with you because you my boy, right? It's the same type of shit at the community level. And people want to sit here and pick and choose. Well, I don't really like that guy because he said there's one thing I didn't like. Shut your ass up. Like, come on, dog. You either support people or you don't.
But for me not to support you, you gotta go on like one of them Kanye rants where you just keep doing shit over and over again. And it's like, all right, fuck enough is enough.
Right.
But big exclusive, we cut you off. Come back up. Pause. That was crazy.
No, I took that one because goddamn.
Say about the topic.
No, I just wanted to come up because I did have some insight on that as an entrepreneur myself. So many things, OTM Mister, what's going on? So many things people neglect. I believe what Wallow said is ignorant at best. Because what people fail to realize is the people, whether they be Jewish, whether they be any other race, they have what we call a head start, especially in the white community, in the white diaspora. They had a 400-year head start when it comes to entrepreneurship, how to run a business. They wrote the rules on how people get money and get credit and how businesses are funded, which means we still, which is one of the biggest problems when it comes to minority entrepreneurship, is
we got to get loans for everything.
Everybody know that most entrepreneurs, especially in the black community, are doing this shit on a shoestring budget. What do I mean by that? Meaning, if I'm putting together a network, I got to reach out to my friends and family to tune in first. I got to reach out to my friends that I've made in my personal network to come do a show on the network, because I can't afford to go out and hire potential up and coming talent like, say, a Charlemagne the Guy, who's already has the foundation and the money and the corporation behind them to start those businesses. See, most black people catch entrepreneurs first starting out. Okay, they catch them when they first starting out. Let me ask you something. When you first learned how to walk, were you able to walk and run and jump and do all that shit?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Prodigy.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you one of the few. Okay.
That's why you're great.
You know how they say it's an exception to every rule. You would be. Okay. But for most businesses to flourish and succeed, at some point, no matter how good your product is, no matter how good your customer service is, you're going to need funding. The biggest problem we have is we don't have access to funding. The other reason why what Wallow said is so fucking ignorant is because at the end of the day, when Wallow first came on the scene, that's why I resonated with the hypocrisy of it. Because one of his main messages, one of Gilly's main messages on $1 Million Worth of Game, the reason why every business spotlight you saw on $1 Million Worth of Game was because they were black entrepreneurs.
Thanks.
They highlighted that.
That's my thing. Like, it's immediate hypocrisy. Like, what is you talking about? We built you.
So it's okay. And trust me, I don't think Gilly feels that way, because Gilly does a lot for the community. Yeah, you may not see it, I see it, right? Because when you like you get some emails, you get some press releases, you get some inside information. I come across a lot of that stuff, but he does a lot in the city. And he's giving away a lot of money to Black entrepreneurs in this city. So what Wallow said, again, the hypocrisy, and I just don't think he has the understanding. And Wallow reminds me of Trump a lot of times. I don't feel like Wallow ever puts together a fucking coherent sentence.
God damn.
I would say more.
I feel like Wallow is dyslexic or he mildly illiterate sometimes.
I think that I say more like Kanye, where he get a thought and it'd be like you can see like you like maybe he going somewhere and then it'd be like, what the fuck just happened? I thought you were onto something, because at a certain point it looked like he started to say something that was going to be profound about where maybe Black businesses can improve, and then he missed that, and I was like, yeah, no.
No, when it jumped off the cliff.
Just the last thing I wanted to say, and I'm gonna get out of here. A lot of times, right, as Black entrepreneurs taking that leap of faith to get into any industry or any niche whatsoever, 99.9% of the times, there's no mentor to walk you through it. Okay. If there is a mentor out there and one that's available, you know how much it costs to have them mentor you? So it ain't like it's nobody out there just giving away the game for free on how to do anything. You can see people who know how to whose predominant business is real estate. Yeah, well, I can tell you how to do this. It's going to cost you $2,500 to get this information and come to this webinar. Or I can show you how to set up a trust so your business can get funded properly. And you can control the trust.
But pay me 10 grand first.
But it's going to cost you $7 grand for me to teach you. There's nobody out there giving away free game. You got to look and do your own research and piece the shit together. Or you just got to pay. Wallow got the game he got, okay, because he paid for the seminars. He had Gil there to open up a lot. See, it's a difference when you have somebody who has a network of people who are well off to get you in those rooms to get that information.
Right.
99% of the fucking people who start businesses, we don't have that. And we don't have the resources to fucking pay for that. So you got to give us some grace. So if you had a bad experience with the big exclusive network, Shea Harmony, Maywire Cosmetics, iCraftmark, you have to come to me and say, I had the bad experience, so you can give me an opportunity to fix it. Because again, it's easy for you to go to the internet and say, oh, big exclusive on some bullshit. Fuck him, his business trash. Da, da, da. That's too easy. And we all know negative energy, negative information travels at the speed of the internet.
That's it in the STD to the project.
Let me tell you the best shea butter I have ever had in my life. It's hydrated, it's moisturizer. You don't need a ton of it. It smells good, it's silky, it keeps your sense. Nobody does that. You have to solicit that.
We saving that for Spotlight.
I'm just saying,
because I need something, damn it.
That shit Wallow said was some ignorant shit. It sounds like it's some black hate to me. He hating on his own people, and to tell a room full of people who have a dream, who spent the money to sit in those seats, to tell them 70% of them not gonna make it when they there trying to figure out how to fucking make it. He a piece of shit for that, and I'm personally gonna call him a fucking crumb bum.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you, but you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
He beat me to the punch.
The big exclusive point though, when he talks about entrepreneurship overall, it is a known stat that 80% of people who start their own businesses fucking fail within the first 2 years. You look into the restaurant industry and it's like, oh yeah, 90% of those fail. Start a food truck, it's like 75%. Everybody knows this going in, but you take the leap of faith. So when you tell a marginalized group of people, don't even fucking take the shot because you a piece of shit and you ain't gonna get lucky because you ain't got white backers. It's crazy to me. Because niggas, you didn't have white backers. You had us, and then we got you to white backers. Your view, because of us, got you to them in that $100 million deal that you just signed 2 years ago. You wouldn't have gotten that without us. You didn't walk out of prison and some dude walk up to you and say, here's a clipboard, sign here, take 130 mil. That's not what happened. It took 4 to 5 years of us only supporting you, and then you slap us in the face with this bullshit.
Well, I'm going to go with the stereotype of what they say happens to people in jail And people that are ultra successful, you know how they usually say they get there?
Fucking dick.
With that being said, let's jump into my next topic, please.
Went up in this space. Y'all saw the video of her when she was walking down, ringing the bell. People was like, "Oh, Gail is regretting this." So
she look good though. She look real good.
Yeah, she fine. Drop on the clues bombs for Gail King. Gail King so fine.
Burgundy wig on. She look good.
Yeah. So Oprah was there to send her off, and they gave each other a hug. This is the photo of her looking a little bit nervous. She said.
Now, if you are unfamiliar with what's going on there, 6 ladies decided to jump on this aircraft that, what's homie that own Amazon?
Jeff Bezos.
Bezos owns. It's the remix of SpaceX, apparently. And those 10 women were the first all-female crew to go into outer space. I could make a joke about them going
I was
into
gonna
outer
do that, and I was like, I'm gonna let it go.
But the joke writes itself. Every man on this chat got it instantly. But my question is, well, first of all, they went out of the atmosphere, and then apparently they stayed there for 10 minutes. Scooty, you're a woman. Would you have gotten on a spacecraft to go out of orbit for 10 minutes?
No. For several reasons why I wouldn't do that at this point, especially like right here, right now, what's happening. Several reasons I wouldn't do that. But the short answer is hell no.
Yeah. Now, Ted, would you have gotten on a spacecraft to go out of orbit for 10 minutes?
Are you out your motherfucking mind? What the fuck I look like?
Did you see Oprah cry because she thought her girlfriend was about to be gone?
Bro, this ain't paint.
It was two of them up there. First of all,
was it two though? People get money and think my proximity is gonna save my life. Ask Diddy how that fucking worked out for him.
Listen. All I thought was, first of all, it looked like a flying dildo.
It was one of them Hitachi joints, but yeah.
Second of all, when I saw them get on that flying penis, all I could think of was, instead of going down, it's going up. I threw to that submarine instantly.
I'm cool with it. Like, I'm not really investing in a lot of rich people's lives. So if something would have happened, I'd have been like, wow, that's tragic. Y'all dumb got on there.
Scooty, Ron said your shirt is fire.
If my homeboy's product was trash, your point like a few minutes ago, yes, I would have talked to him. That's my boy. I got his phone number. I can talk to him directly. I wouldn't go to the internet and say, trash that dude, don't support that man, his business is trash. I'm going to talk to my boy to get him up.
I mean, Ryan know better than anybody. Me, him, and Joe have all sat there and gave each other critiques on what we felt could help each other moving forward with our podcast. Ryan is full of shit. But but also, I would have been upset because Gail gave us one of the best internet moments ever. 2 of them. When you say when you say intimate, do you mean like having sex? No. With Meg Thee Stallion,
right?
And she gave us the R. Kelly interview.
She did get R. Kelly interview.
My fucking life. I was like, this nigga hot.
But I would like to say absolutely not. I would have never done it. I don't know how you could have convinced me to do it. The only way I would have did it is if it was like the original moon landing, where we were in the studio and we were just.
The fact that you believe it's real, it is like the original moon landing.
I mean, that's what the streets are saying.
I also
open the door
that way
inside, bro.
because you're telling me that they had some you told me that astronauts stuck out there for how many days?
8 months.
and you feel me? How many days, how many hours, how many seconds, how many weeks? But y'all can send out a couple celebrities for frenzies, for diversity, in the midst of cutting everything else that's actually diverse in America. You tell me that's what we're doing. That's
open the door from the inside when they landed, and someone ran up and closed it.
Listen.
That tells me it's not real.
Listen. It depends on the quality of the product. I can drive my car to South Carolina right now and be okay. It's one of my neighbors. They got a Honda Accord in that parking lot that's on its last leg. That car's not going to make it to South Carolina okay.
Hey, Honda Accord is good from 1962 until now. It's only going to cost you $62 to fix that car, and you could drive to goddamn Japan.
Listen, all I'm going to need
over the water.
is 2 tanks of gas.
Japan is crazy.
That car is going to need some serious motor work on the way to South Carolina. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads. Let's jump into my funny video of the week.
Řekne anglicky milujte. Bitch, suck my dick. Řekne.
I can't tell you how many times when I first saw that video, when the young boy was like this, I said, "Oh, it's going to be absolutely bullshit."
I already knew it. Like as soon as he said it to me, I was like, "Oh, he about to say some goofy ass shit." Suck my dick. Oh my god!
Easily watched it 3 times straight. With that being said, producer, can you play it again?
Řekne anglicky milujte. Bitch, suck my dick.
And then the father's face, because I felt like the father genuinely did not know what he said and looked at him like, I know that look. My dad has given me that look when it's like, nigga, pass me the monkey wrench.
His son done lined him up.
Lined them up. But with that being said, producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. Now, I got an interesting topic for y'all. I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and they had an argument. They said, what is not an argument, they had a debate, and they were just talking about different songs. The question was, what's a song that's a classic that you would absolutely be okay getting rid of?
Oh, I did see that. I saw Rory's, not Rory, fucking Parsons clip, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
It got real interesting. One of the songs, I believe it was. It said "When Doves Cry." I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, exactly. That nigga.
Yo, when he said it, like I was drinking coffee. I said, "When Doves Cry." Now Parks has said Mary J. Blige. What's that song?
So, Family Affair. Oh, Just Fine.
Oh, and I was like, oh, I absolutely hate that song.
Just Fine. I'm over Family Affair.
I won't live my life. I just fine. Whoo! You know that one song that get all the cougars on the dance floor.
Yeah, I know that song. I'm like, I'm not really over that one. Family Affair, I'm over because white people.
Family Affair can go with that song. Now, I have one that I absolutely hate, but it seems to be a crowd favorite. I absolutely hate Usher's song "Caught Up."
Oh, interesting.
Absolutely. Every time it comes on, absolutely hate it. What's some more songs out there that people absolutely love that you might hate?
My third sex tape leak instrumental. Wait, what? What was that?
Hey dog. Hey, somebody get him out the comments, man. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You gotta go. Get him out.
Yo, you good?
Hey, that's your boy. Yo, Ant, that's your boy. Yo, you gotta call your boy. Call your boy.
That's your man's? That's your man's? That's your man's?
Oh, before I let go of the Beyonce song, I absolutely hated that.
Hey, fuck you. How about that?
I hated the fact that she even remade it, so I get that. I get it.
Let's just fight.
That's a Philly boy.
We can fight. It's fine.
Let's just fight. Let's just fight. Like, yeah, it's just because I hit people with glasses. Because I hit people with glasses. You feel me?
We're on the internet right now, so I can't really argue on Beyonce's internet. We could take this offline, and then you might win, but it's not good to do it on the internet.
I'm not scared of the Beehive. I'm going right for the jugular.
I'm terrified of the Beehive.
Who Run the World? Hated it. Every time it came on, I just used to sit on the side and go order my drinks because I knew that all the hoes.
Woman to Woman by Betty Wright, straight trash. That's facts though.
Put a Ring on it. I didn't hate it. I just hate the way they overplayed it.
Yeah, that's my thing with a lot of songs though. And for me, it's just this started in our community, and then white people run with it, and then they ruin it because Jimmy Fallon doing the Put a Ring on it. I was like, well, now you done killed it. I already didn't like it, and now you done buried it, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Vivian. Why is nobody mad at Mary J or Vivian Green for remaking it? Vivian Green,
the woman song.
She didn't do too bad. We didn't ask for that though. I feel like most of the like that little Bow Wow, that new Bow Wow and Chris Brown song.
You said new?
Yes, no exaggeration. Came out like 2 weeks ago. Remember the remix to Down Ass Chick? Where they took they sampled I Wanna Be Your Man by Roger and Zach. They basically took their remix and made a song to it. Absolutely.
I haven't heard it.
I hate most of Heatmaker's songs because he takes songs that we really love and he just has a person say some random shit to it, and we're gonna 9 times out of 10 like it because we're in love with the sample that it comes from. But
that's a lot of what rap is specifically in the last like 7 years. So
yeah, and I also hate the fact that we at the age where songs that we was like teenagers are being remade, and I'm like, oh shit, am I that old now? Yeah, we that old now. But with
TikTok is ruining music. I'm just saying.
What you say?
The funny thing is
TikTok is ruining music,
ignoring the new shit and taking it back to the stuff that we made and our people made, and then making it popular again. And they're like, yeah, have you heard this song? Yeah, bitch, this came out when I was 8, not when you were 8.
You know what? But with coming around, now I know how my parents felt when this was happening to them.
I think the same thing.
I really do enjoy the YN remixes though, because ain't no way y'all got this. Because ain't no way y'all this catchy. Because y'all here shooting people with all these different guns. I love a good YN remix.
With that being said, producer, let's jump into my lounge talk topic for this evening.
I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other relations besides American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable.
He was giving him love for what he was trying to break down when it comes to Eastern women and Western black women. He really was talking about Western women more, but I guess they were trying to talk more about black women.
I'm keeping it real.
All right. You have the
because
floor.
I'm not really understanding what you want me to give to Bull, because that's how he feel. But I agree with Claudia when she said y'all attract those type of women, the ones with the BBLs that want the Birkins, that want to go to Roof Chris, as he said. He attracts that. So you can't only person you can be mad at is yourself. And then you want to put women in these categories. Well, us African American black women, they do this, they do that. But it's like you want a woman to give you those wife duties without a ring. I mean, this is everyday topic. You cannot expect a black African American woman to give y'all those catering things, and you're not catering to her needs, her wants.
Now, Scooty, how did you feel about that clip?
I I agree with Shorty, who gave her opinion on it or whatever. You can't expect for women to jump through all these different hoops and shit for a ring when it's already been proven for years at this point that one, being married isn't beneficial for the woman 9 times out of 10. It comes with a lot of bullshit you have to eat, a lot of duties you have to you have to do. You become these men mother, these counselor, a laundromat. You become all these different things, and a lot of times these men aren't even returning the favor. And that's once you're married. Before you get married, at this point, it seems like these men expect you to be jumping through hoops, kind of prove to them like, oh yeah, look, show me that you're worth it. When in reality, sir, women are and should always be the prize. And a lot, and for whatever reason at this point she's getting lost in translation, and that's our switch up, and that's fine. Have your preference. Do what you want to do with that information, whatever. Me personally, I'm never gonna be around anybody telling anybody, being that person that's like, oh yeah, you know what? He is a prize. You should be out here kissing his ass and fighting for his affection and his spot his life. No, not doing any of that. But I think that's what they're really going for. From being overseas, I see what I know what he's talking about. Like, oh, they're doing X, Y, Z in order, in order, to make sure we know we're loved and safe, But they're okay with not receiving that on the back end either. Black women would like to be told that that they're also important and loved and all this other stuff. And a lot of times it's not what's happening.
Okay.
But people want black women to cater and love and prove their worth and all this other shit before actually even getting an actual relationship.
I kind of agree, but for a different reason. So, Tev, how about you? How did you feel about that clip?
I'm about to black out.
You said what?
I'm about to black out.
Yes. Yes.
Is it because you're a game maker now? Because you put your do-rag on? Or because you put your bandana on?
I hate everything about these relationship conversations.
Yes.
The reason why is because, like, they said, oh, well, that's his preference and that's his experience and he's inviting this energy. Yes, he is, right? But there is no balance, right? The issue right now is that everything is so accessible because of phones and the internet and all of this stuff. People feel like everything's really accessible, but it's not really accessible. It is super annoying to watch all this stuff because everybody ignores all context when it comes to relationships. Everybody ignores everything about the interpersonal relationship of being with one person, or my personality versus your personality. All that stuff goes away because I'm talking on the internet. All that stuff goes away because I got money. Oh yeah, well, I got this money and I done tried to spend money with these type of people before and it didn't work out for me. And all of this, like, I tried to spend money with these people before and it didn't work out for me, or they just want me for my money. Well, they want you for your money because you're throwing money. If you didn't throw money, they would maybe respect you in a different way, because people will respect you based on what you're doing. So if you went out to try to attract women by throwing money, they're only going to respect you for throwing money. There's not a woman that I've ever met in my life, I'm not close people in my life are women, that respects me for throwing money, because I've never done that. Like, it's stupid as fuck, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me to sit here and say, I'm doing this actively, searching for someone who will support me, be a servant, do all of this stuff, and then say Black American women won't bow. You know why Black American women won't bow? Because they're the most educated women on the planet, and they're living in an economy that does not support them bowing. They also have to carry their own lives the same way that we're carrying our own lives. Like, almost every Black woman I know got 2 or 3 fucking degrees, and I'm like, why y'all keep going to school? Because I got to keep competing. Well, okay, that's great. They make as much money as I do. They over here like, it's not a thing of that they're looking for men with qualifications. It's not a thing of they're not qualified. It's not a thing of, oh, we're too up high and mighty. They're looking for Black men, but they're looking for Black men who value them as human beings more than just a trophy, somebody to hang on the arm, more than just all of that. So that's why I'm like, that is some other shit. Oh, well, Asian women just let me do whatever I'm going to do. These African women let me do. Yes, they're also looking for a fucking green card, so that if they get mad, they can leave your ass and then go live their life and do whatever they want to do. You're ignoring that because you're an American. And you're just like, well, somebody will bow to me, and that's fine. So if the American women ain't going to do it, I'm going to give me a foreign bitch. And all the rap songs tell me to find a foreign bitch. But everybody's ignoring the economy that goes with fucking with foreign people.
Jesus Christ. Producer, before I say what I gotta say, I want to ask the people, what y'all got to say about that? Nigga, if you wanted to come up here and win the Nobel Peace Prize,
she's on the red. She with me. She on the red too.
Gang shit. That's all. But if you wanted to come up here and win the Nobel Peace Prize, that was all you had to say.
Give that man an award.
Now, I have a different perspective. I think that guys go for these foreign women because they don't have the ability to do what it takes for the upkeep of a black woman with the dominant personality. Now, I'll say that in the sense of, I don't think most women want to be the one carrying the relationship. I could be wrong. There's always an anomaly, but I don't think that most women want to be the provider and the caretaker in a relationship. I've talked to a woman, and I've talked to somebody with one of these dominant personalities, and I was like, yo, why do you feel like you're such an alpha woman? And she was like, it's because I had to be. And I feel like a lot of guys can't handle that. I feel that any woman that I was ever with, I never had an issue with them submitting or being submissive towards me, because I've always showed them the qualities that, listen, I can handle this. Even though we don't live together, I can handle with, like, you got your life stuff going on. I can help you get through this as I'm dealing with my own stuff. That's just the way I'm built as a man. But I feel that these dudes that say like, yo, I want to go for the foreign chick, just can't handle what it takes to have a black woman submit. And that's also because you come into the table and you're not showing them anything that makes them feel comfortable enough to submit. I don't even think it's a money issue, because
that's the thing, is all you're bringing is money. So they don't feel safe. To get a woman to submit, you need to give them something that makes them feel safe and stable. Yes. You have to prove to them stability. Money is not stability. Nigga, you watch the stock market crash in 2 days.
Yo.
Money don't shit. Need stability in your mental of, I will figure it out. We will be fine together. You're not in this alone. I'm not throwing money at you. We working together. We're real partners. And then black women will have no problem submitting. No problem.
I feel like I absolutely agree. And whenever I've had these conversations where they're like, what do you bring to the table? I instantly say stability. I feel like I'm emotionally intelligent. I feel like I've always been financially secure. I'm going to say from the moment I graduated college and I was out on my own, I always was financially secure. Wasn't the richest, but I made it work. I feel like I've
always been stable. It's never been a question of whether I was going to get kicked out or not.
Right. I mean, something breaks in the house, something breaks on your car. If I can't fix it, I can make a phone call and figure this out for you. I provide all these things. And also, I hate the fact that women get grouped in these particular conversations, because one thing that I've also found is I sat at a table and I asked, it was 6 women at this table, and I asked, what does stability mean to you? And they all had different answers, and everybody's answer was everybody's answer was fascinating. I got to one of my homies, and she said, I've always wanted a man for one thing, security. I was like, what do you mean by security? She was like, as a protector. That's literally it. She was like, I mean, anything else we can figure it out. But she said, if I don't feel confident in you to protect me, it's nothing you can do for me.
That's exactly.
I was like, oh shit. She was like, you're not financially, what is the word I'm looking for? Intelligent or financially literate. She was like, we can figure that shit out together. She was like, there's a lot of different things that I can handle, but I can't handle a man that can't protect me. And I was like, damn.
That's
interesting.
And that's the thing is the balance is missing, right? Because we're walking into it. I got money. Great. When your money is gone, how are you going to act? Am I still safe if your money is gone? So people are like, oh man, you're gonna leave me if I'm broke. Because when you're broke, you're mentally unstable too. You're not trying to figure a way out and say, cool, I can get this, I can do this, I can make something work. Women will give you time. Women are the most forgiving fucking beings on this planet. Black women for sure.
Black women have let a lot of things
fucking people on the planet. They will give you a million fucking chances when you don't deserve it. Everybody fucking.
And I wish they stop. I really do.
I do too, because I get all fucking phone. But it doesn't negate the fact that black women give so many chances, hoping that you figure it the fuck out. So you're like, oh man, well, she left me because I lost my job. How long were you without a job? 6 months. She gave you 6 fucking months.
Dog. I tell people all the time.
And then they don't want to talk about the other part of that either.
You're
they don't want to talk about that. They don't talk about the other part of that either. Because why you don't have a job? You walk around the house being mean, you grumpy, you yelling at her, you talking crazy to her. You again, mentally unstable.
And she fucking stayed. But she's fuck out of here.
It's only one point in my life that I've been without a job for a stretch. And it just happened to be when the whole world wasn't working, so it didn't matter. COVID was the only time. Outside of that, I remember after COVID, I got a job. They had a trial period. I didn't complete the training, so I got fired. So the girl I was dating at the time, she was like, damn, you got fired. What you gonna do? Now, she had been out of work for like 6 to 9 months by choice. One of the people that was riding the PPP shit. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get another job before this week is over. She was like, it's Wednesday. I said, I'm gonna get another job before this week was over. Friday came and I had 2 offers on the table, and it was whichever offer I wanted to take.
Bingo.
By the time we was driving from VA back to Philly, by the time we was driving back, I called one job. I said, I don't want that job anymore. I called the other job and I was like, I'll take this position. So she was like, damn, you got fired on Wednesday and you got another job, and they said they'll call you on Monday with the details. Yes. Listen, I'm going to get another job.
You got to be about that. And that's the major difference. Because the thing is, you carry that with you, which is why when you walk the street, the interactions with you are different, because that shit exists, right? You exude that shit. They see it. They fucking know it. They can feel it. It's the vibes. They get it. So it is what it is. But that's what, like, the niggas that be complaining is like, well, I got money. Yeah, but if you were struggling, what the fuck would you do? I don't know. That's what I'm do. I'm in the streets, nigga. I'm gonna get this money. What you talking about? It's never gonna be a question for my house.
Listen.
2 daughters, nigga. It's never gonna be a question for my fucking house, whether the bills are fucking paid. Nothing. The only thing that'll take that out is my life. Like, I'd have to die before my kids ever struggle.
Listen, I feel that what dudes be realizing is you could be a rich ass cornball. Cornball. I've seen it where I was out and a guy sitting there, I got this, I got that, all the bottles on me. Cool. I got this, I got that, pulling out lots of money. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then you figure out what they really worth, and it's like, so you just offer the show.
Oh shit.
Because that's not really what you about.
Yeah, but again, niggas and be rich ass cornballs, but they not like us.
For sure. That was a good one. I was hoping somebody from the audience would jump in, but it looks like everybody a little scared. So before we go anywhere, big exclusive, come back. Let's jump into that spotlight.
Yeah, call that debooted.
So big exclusive. Do you have a picture you could post with the product? Don't get excited, Ryan. We're not talking about crack. Big exclusive. Could you tell us a little bit about this product and where the good people can find it?
So it's Shea Harmony's Whip Body Butter. Been doing skincare. iCraft Mart started with skincare. Again, just getting back to work on it. But it's been around for about a year and a half now. It's hydrating, moisturizing, smells great. A little goes a long way. Again, it's all natural. Every product in it is all natural, meaning you could literally pick some out, and I wouldn't suggest you doing it, but you could eat it and it would be harmless. It would do nothing to you. All right, because that's how natural it is. It's shea butter, mango butter, couple essential oils. Again, it's one of those products, man, that's like the best way is to experience it. Once you put it on your skin and it absorbs really fast and you good all day, you're gonna be like, yeah, I gotta get me more of this. And right now, it's a flash sale going on. While supplies last, they $10 a jar. SheaHarmony.com coming in probably a matter of 2 weeks. Right now, I'm doing the build out for the website as we speak, but it'll be available at SheaHarmony.com. Make sure y'all follow Shea Harmony at Shea_Harmony. That's SHEA_HARMONY on Instagram, Shea Harmony on Facebook, and also Shea Harmony on TikTok. But yeah, it's a great product. You can see it's different scents: honey, vanilla. There's one called Lick Me All Over, baby powder, clean cotton, black butter, and mango butter. The top sellers is mango butter, Lick Me All Over. My favorite is the black butter. It's more of a unisex smell. I think it's rich, it's buttery, and like I said, it's smooth, it's hydrating, moisturizing. Again, everything that your skin needs, even vitamin E oil is in here. Definitely one of those products that once you try it, you'll definitely fall in love with it.
Good people, make sure we go and cop up on it. I definitely need to cop up on that myself. Appreciate that. And also, that was an example of supporting black business. Wallow went like this.
Black businesses. You all black, that's great. Fuck y'all.
Hey, Harmony, you not gonna make it.
You go, fuck you, bitch. Like, wait, whoa, what are we doing?
Is that even quality?
Fuck Wallow.
You not consistent. It's your first sale.
But big exclusive, appreciate that spotlight. Scooty, any last words for the people?
Fuck y'all, honestly. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. As always, it's been fun.
Appreciate
that. I got. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully it's good out there.
Tev, any last words for the good people?
I'm gonna just say, big exclusive. Throw that link in the chat so people can get access to the body butters and all that stuff. Because we about that life now. We're trying to get real moisturized, not white people moisturized. We real moisturized over here. Can't be Ashley Larry's out this bitch.
Say it again.
Wow.
Appreciate my two guest co-hosts for this evening. As always, it's been fun. Good people. Always appreciate when I have guest co-hosts because they could be doing anything else with their time, but they are here with me. And I like to think the audience is always the greatest audience in the world. And y'all know how I like to end every show. Live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.